Alright, we need to have a talk. I hate vlogging. And if you're looking at my channel, you'll probably see that there is quite a decent amount of riding vlogs on the channel. In fact, I think that's the video that I've made the most since I started this channel, a little bit more than a year and a half ago. So you're probably wondering, why do you hate vlogs? And you're also probably wondering, why do you wear hats in every single one of your videos and you're inside all the time? Answering that question first, mind your business, but mostly I like to wear hats inside because most of the time when I'm recording, I'm in between haircuts and my hair doesn't look the greatest. So, you know, wearing a hat indoors is a way to kind of hide my hair. But that kind of goes into a point I have later on in this video. But to answer the question of why I don't like making vlogs, well, there's a couple of reasons for that. Now, if you guys are new to my channel, I'm LDJ, or LDJ Writes. I'm a fantasy and science fiction writer who has been working on a large-scale world-building project that I call the Eternal Keyverse, but that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about why I don't like vlogging. And like I said, there's multiple reasons for this. But in order for me to get to the bottom of why I hate vlogging, I have to start at the beginning. When I first created my channel, I was really inspired by other creators in the AuthorTube niche to make writing vlogs. It seemed like the thing to do, and it seemed like what got the most views in this niche. So I started making writing vlogs, and in the beginning it was pretty fun, especially because I was doing Camp Nano at the time, and I participated in Nano last November. I have not been doing Nano this November because of the whole, the website kind of got nuked off the face of the earth. I know it got replaced with some other challenge, but I've been working on a different project that started back in August, so I wasn't really quite done by the time November rolled around. But I started this channel by making writing vlogs. And the more writing vlogs that I made and the more that I watched, more importantly, I started realizing that I'm not aesthetic enough. When I watch other people's writing vlogs, and then I compare them to mine, they don't look as good. I don't have cool backgrounds. I kind of only film in my room. I don't go to coffee shops often or do interesting things. And I was really struggling with coming up with new and exciting ways to make my videos look good. And a lot of that came from comparing myself to other creators, comparing my views to the amount of views other people's videos got, and just all that kind of stuff. So that was the first reason why I started to fall out of love with making vlogs and writing vlogs. Hold on, I gotta check my notes because I wrote everything down in my notebook because I wanted to make sure I hit certain points. So if you see me looking down, that's because I'm looking at this notebook. My second point was actually to be that my life is boring. I kind of already touched on that because I don't really go outside that much. I'm in my last semester of school, so most of my time is I go to work in the morning, I get off work, I go to school, I come home, and then, I got like 2 to 3 hours of free time before I gotta go to bed. So there's really not a whole lot in my life that I can vlog and make interesting for a video. So that's also part of the reason why I kind of hate vlogging, because there's nothing to vlog. At least that's how I view it. Oh, yes, this point is great. My next point is, I think I was looking at vlogging the wrong way this entire time up until a couple of days ago, where I was looking for new ways to make vlogs when you don't really know how to vlog. And I think the way that I was looking at it is more of a strictly, making content type lens. I'm not the greatest when it comes to making content. I think my skills, like my core skills, really lie in being a writer and a world builder. And I kind of thought, the skill set it takes to be a vlogger slash content creator slash being a writer don't really intersect. But I think that's where I was getting it wrong, because recently I've had kind of a revelation when it comes to making vlogs. And it's kind of like, you're making a miniature movie or a miniature story. Because what's at the core of every great movie? A great story. I mean, of course, there's great characters and all, but like, if a movie has great characters and a terrible story, sometimes you're not gonna, regard that movie in a high light. But if that movie has great characters and a great plot, that's like a A-tier movie. That's kind of how I'm looking at vlogging now. It's more so, what is the best kind of story that I can tell in this video? And going back to the aesthetic thing, I started conceptualizing like what kind of shots to get for vlogs and like what I should be recording, because in the past I kind of never knew what I was supposed to do. I was like, I would do a writing montage and then get like 4 different angles of me writing at my desk and that would kind of be it as far as B-roll. If you see my writing vlogs, you know, they're pretty stripped down as compared to everybody else's. So that was another thing that was kind of holding me back. But I think with this new, you know, mindset in mind, I think I found a new formula to make better writing vlogs. And yes, that moves into my next point. I'm going to start making writing vlogs again. Now, I know what I've said before about how I don't really like making vlogs and like how I feel like I want to move my channel in another direction. And I feel like I did that in the last couple of months. And, you know, things didn't really work out. My channel has kind of not been performing the way I expected it to. So, you know, I got to hit the drawing board again. Because yesterday I was having a crisis, man. Like, I was really like in my head about it. I was in my the vent channel in my Discord server. By the way, if you're not in my Discord server, you're gonna want to get in there. A link in the description, it'll be on the screen. Whatever, that's not what I'm talking about. But like I said, I'm gonna be making writing vlogs again because I'm in my last semester of university. I'm done in December, so I'm gonna have a lot more free time until I get a full-time job position. And if you're aware of the job market in America right now, it's tough, especially for an English literature major like me who's trying to get into marketing. Don't even ask, it's a long story. So yeah, I'm projecting that it's going to take a couple of months for me to get a full-time job. So I figured, why not go all in with YouTube and writing during the amount of time it takes me to find a job after I get my diploma? And I've come up with a couple of things that I can do to help make better videos and also get rid of some of the insecurities that I've had when it comes to making writing vlogs in the past, because that's kind of the biggest hurdle for me when it comes to making this kind of content. It's me trying to measure up to all the other creators in this niche, and I've started telling myself that I'm just not gonna do that anymore. I'm gonna make the videos that I wanna make. I'm gonna put the shots that I wanna do. I'm gonna talk about what I wanna talk about, and you know, hopefully I connect with whoever I'm supposed to connect with, and hopefully you guys stay along for the ride. I'm gonna check my notebook because I think I had one more point that I wanted to mention, and I'm pretty sure that I missed it. Oh yeah, regarding the whole not being aesthetic thing, I'm going to upgrade my room, and I might even make a little video about it. I hit Amazon and ordered a couple of things for my room. Firstly, I ordered a nightstand because I've been using my record player as a nightstand, and that's kind of not what it's for. And because of that, I've not been able to really use my record player. I've got a ton of records. That's another one of my passions. I love collecting vinyls. So I'm gonna start using my record player more. I'm gonna put some of the records on the wall. I bought some, you know, shelves that go on the wall so I can put my records on them. I feel like that'll make my room, you know, a little bit more lively, a little bit more pop, and I can like change the records depending on the video. I don't know, it's just an idea. I've lived in this room since I was 11 years old. Can you believe that? I'm 25 now. I've been in this room for almost more than half of my life, and I've never really decorated it. Like, you know, I've got this bookshelf and all these books and, you know, all my soccer trophies and, you know, soccer trophies back there, all my hats up there. But like, I haven't really, there's nothing really on the walls. Like, there's a wall behind the camera. There's nothing on it except for a whiteboard that I don't even use anymore. So yeah, that's probably my first order of business when it comes to making better writing vlogs, is to upgrade my room. Oh, final point, I'm going to be a lot nicer to myself because recently, I don't know if it's just the seasonal depression or if it's just the depression that I always have, but I've been very mean to myself recently, specifically regarding my channel and how I feel like I've been underperforming. And I've just, you know, I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna be nicer to myself. You know, you only get one life, you only get one brain, so you know, why not treat yourself with as much kindness as you can, especially because we live in a world where a lot of people aren't as kind as they can be, especially across social media. So I'm taking it upon myself to be, you know, a beacon of joy, a beacon of light for people who may need it, and hopefully that can rub off on me and I can start treating myself a lot better. So yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. So moral of the story is, I used to hate vlogging, and now I'm going to be embarking on a journey to where I fall in love with vlogging, and hopefully I can make good content for all of you guys to watch. And speaking of good content, I want you guys to drop 3 recommendations or 3 ideas for what videos you would like to see on this channel. Like, would you like to see a strictly writing vlog or whatever project I'm working on? Would you like to see a world building vlog? Would you like to see a writing space, writing tools tour, like all the things I use during my writing process? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'll definitely be reading all of them. I'll reply to all of them. I love seeing your guys' comments. They really brighten my day, the good ones. Pretty sure that's everything I wanted to talk about in this video. Writing vlogs coming soon. I've been LDJ Writes, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.